Welcome to Thread Therapy. Today we are going to learn the star stitch. So this is how you work the star stitch, and it needs to be a multiple of 2. So I have chained 22, double check, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have chained 22 for my foundation chain. This stitch is a little technical, but it's so fun and it's a gorgeous stitch. So let's see if we can work through this together. It's a little bit different how it works, so just watch. Alright, so we're going to draw up a loop in the second chain from the hook. And that's all we're doing, we're just drawing up a loop. Okay? And when you do, you want to kind of make it to where these two are kind of even height. You want it laying straight. Because the farther you would go down pulling up a loop, they're going to have to get taller in order to maintain the straightness across here. Okay? And now we're going to pull up a loop through the next 3 chains. And we're going to have to make them even. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's go into the next chain and pull up a loop. Yarn over and just pull that up. And you're going to pull it up to where it's laying flat on your, where it's a nice level. They're all going to be different sizes, but it's all level. I don't know how else to explain it. Let's see here. Let's pull up a loop in the next chain. Alright, so that one's going to be a little taller. So you see how that's working across there, and then we're going to do one more. I have never seen a pattern using this stitch, and I do know why. It ends up being a lopsided kind of piece of fabric, but it's so pretty. So that's what we have. And now here's the tricky part. We're going to do a yarn over, and we're going to pull it through all 5 of those loops. You kind of have to be careful when you do it because it likes to snag on strands of yarn. So you have to be real careful and do it real slow or you're going to make a mess. Alright, so maintaining the height of each one of those loops, yarn over, and we're going to pull through all the loops very carefully. Alright, and then once we've done that, we're going to chain 1, and that forms what we call the eye of the star. Okay, so right now you're not going to be able to tell much about it. It's going to look like just a big cluster until we do row 2. And then it puts it all together and you'll see how it works. Okay, so now we're not going to pull the loops from the next chain. We're going to do 2 loops from here and then 2 more over here. Alright, so we're going to pull up a loop in the eye that we just created right there, maintaining it at the same height. Now the next one, see where this last stitch was we did, we're going to go into the back loop of that stitch and pull up a loop just like that, and then we're going to do 2 chains. So go into this next chain, pull up a loop like that. So there are always going to be 5 loops that you're working with, and then 1 more, just pull up a loop, alright, so now they're all pulled up even, nice and even. Yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops very carefully, slowly, just kind of work it through there. There you go, and then chain 1. So now we have 2 halves of a star stitch. We've got one eye, another eye, and we're going to do this all the way across. So I'll work it with you so you can see how this pattern works, because like I said, it's not really going to come together until we get to the second row. Alright, so Alright, yay, had battery issues. Alright, pull up that loop, make it come up even, and then we're going to pull up a loop in each of the next 2 chains. See what I mean about it? It's different, kind of technical. Alright, and then one more. Alright, so let's pull through all those loops on the hook very carefully. Like that, kind of pull it up tight, chain 1. Alright, so now we have 3. Now let's keep going till we get to the end of this, alright? Pull up a loop in the eye, pull up a loop in the back of the last stitch. Hanging up on everything here. Pull it up even, and then 1 into the next 2 chains. And 1 more. Right, pulled up nice and even, yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook, chain 1. See how that's looking? Isn't that pretty? Alright, I'm going to continue on across, and then I'll come back, we'll work row 2 together. Okay, so I've completed the first row of star stitches. Aren't they so pretty? Now we got to work the magical second row, and it's really super easy. So we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn it, and we're going to do a single crochet in that first stitch that we just left, just like that. And now all you're going to do is put 2 single crochet in each one of the eyes all the way across. Okay, so you got to kind of figure out where the little eyes are. So there's 1, 2. All right, let's see, where's the next one? There's the next one. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2. I do like doing this stitch. I did a Bible cover out of it one time. I don't know what I did with that thing. I have a box full of stuff that I completed, but it's buried in my closet. Maybe one day I'll get that out and we'll look at some of the things I've done. I used to compete in the county fair, and they used to pay good money if you won a prize. And that was nice, but it was just the prestige of winning. That was fun. So I have a bunch of stuff in there that I did and entered in the fair. Some things I've lost, and that's sad, but it is what it is. I can make it again. That's what I can do. Where's the end of this? This is a weird one. All right. All right. And it says chain 3, turn. 1, 2, 3. And I don't think I'm going to work. All right. So now we have our completed star stitch. See how that single crochet row just pulls it all together and makes it look like a star. Absolutely beautiful. I love that stitch. All right, and you can keep doing that pattern and make a piece of fabric out of it to utilize. Same principle.